Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host from Pearl Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero, psych defender of the fatherland, off you to a glorious 181. Oh, and you guessed it, it is Amilly Fields. In the north it is, well, some Smurf account of just calling them Fünf, because in the south 5, and 5 in German is Fünf, so calling them Fünf again. I think it's a Smurf account from another player. Either way though, finding here for the German army, Deutschland, here with elite troops, German infantry and mobile defense. Forming up for the 9th Panzer Division of the South, it is Ruby, fighting here for America, freedom and democracy. Setting out here with the 3rd Armored Division here with Airborne, featuring Pathfinders, Airdrop 50 cals, paratroopers, anti-tank guns, and the P-47 rocket strafe here with triple infantry. We got a gun and AMD to start there for Fünf versus Rifle Squad, and Pathfinder start here for Ruby. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my personal company heroes, my Patreon supporters. You too can join their ranks by pledging on Patreon, or you can also donate via PayPal. Links are in the description. And finally, no comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button, keep the whole YouTube algorithm circus going. So we're off to the races here. American players spreading out there with the main thrust towards the eastern viewpoint. Rearson being set up there, possibly to harass scout. We also got the main thrust here from Fünf in the east, MD42 Pioneers, possibly to disrupt, or possibly disrupt the opponents not there. But considering the angle he's taking, it feels like he's more using this to disrupt, which is in some ways pretty aggressive, but also risky, since if the machine gets caught off guard, that's obviously going to be pretty bad. But on the other hand, he could land a pretty aggressive pin on his opponent, so it's a fairly interesting opening there from the Wehrmacht player. Either way, though, train makes it a bit hard to easily execute it. In this case, though, Ruby with the main infantry force, he was actually able to disrupt it somewhat. So, you know, still fairly interesting stuff here. More rifle away there for Ruby. 2nd Grenadiers got almost down there for Fünf. Heading westwards here for the western field point. We got there the Grenadier squad arriving, number 2. Sandbags up in the centre. Machine moving westwards now. Perhaps taking the eastern raid here has been cancelled or postponed at least. They are shifting westwards to form up a more cohesive front line, which I think makes a lot of sense. More grenadiers around there. We'll probably see a 3rd Grenadier squad, then tech here for Fünf. Almost got the western fuel point. That said, even like he didn't directly disrupt here, at least slowed down Ruby a bit and prevent him from getting the fuel point right away. So there's technically some advantage to it here. Baiting into the MD42 there. Nice over there by Fünf, catching Ruby's rifle squad there. Rearson up in the Pioneers there. Got the western fuel point secured, and those rifle squad members will have to fall back soon. Machine pushing in there. Grenadiers remaining here. I think mostly it's a tripwire to ensure that he doesn't pull a sudden flank in the MD42, which obviously makes a lot of sense. Westwards here, the progress continues. The Rearson there trying to deal with the Germans, using the tanks that are laid down by Ruby very nicely. Okay, Grenadiers now moving ahead here, perhaps sensing they're too far over there to go for the calf point. Sneaky play there by Fünf. Very sneaky. And a sniper, alright. Looking to beat those verdammte Amerikaner and leave them dry in the dirt. Pathfinders out there, going to swing up. They're going for the calf point, interestingly enough. Perhaps thought about it but decided against it, perhaps. There's a few possibilities there as to what Fünf is thinking. I imagine here we got tech there for Ruby with the lieutenant on the way. Sniping out the rifle pushing force, going to get caught by the sniper. They could also arguably catch the sniper. We shall see, of course, how this goes out. This, of course, also forces Ruby Fünf here to consider more force towards the rear lines, because right now there's a lot of vital territory that's exposed here, so they may have to back off there to deal with that. Because you notice here, Ruby's not just going to stay around in front of the snipers. They can looks like just run around and cause trouble before they're retreating. Apart from getting their flanking machine, very nice. They've got a Grenadiers coming to kick their teeth in, or at least attempt to kick the teeth in. Tech on the way there. Lieutenant moving out. Rifle squad checking the Pioneers there. Grenadiers being pushed back. Lieutenant Pathfinder pushing up the centre here. Sniper there getting some kills in, but nothing significant. There you go. Calf point here and just moving on to the next point. Really just rapid disruption here by Ruby. Looking to act faster here than Fünf can catch up to. Certainly nice and aggressive play then. Definitely leaves Fünf a bit awkward there. They will need to hit back hard. Bunker up there. Machine will also need reinforcements. So really nice turnaround here from Ruby. Really swings the game in their favour and definitely leaves the job tougher. Plus we've got the Pathfinder starting here, hoping to perhaps catch the sniper and kill him. So definitely some devious counterplay here by Ruby against those goddamn crowds. Mines being laid down as well here. Obviously won't stop a tank or vehicle, but slow it down, giving them more time to deal with it. So very sneaky there. Thumbs up to Ruby on that one. 50 cal there. And probably going to be a Stuart light tank next. Pioneers rider, close to wipe here in fact. Sniping about there in the open, quickly caught by the Pathfinders, but no. Got the point here. Tech done. Could go for a Panther Grenadier squad. Could also be planning Stormtroopers perhaps. We'll of course have to see. The Pioneers still narrowly avoid getting wiped here. Close call there though for Fünf. Very close call. Grab these to munitions. Machine gun head backed up with the sniper. Pioneers being healed. Reinforcing to follow as well, I imagine. There you go, 50 cal out. Can go for the Stuart now. And there we go, M5A1 Stuart light tank on the way there. Sniper creeping ahead there. Grabbing the cut-off point there, but definitely being denied a lot of fuel here. Excellent play there by Rupee, and also allows them just to pull ahead there of the Germans. So that's definitely extra dangerous here for Fünf. Extra dangerous machine gun repositioning for some reason. Perhaps there was a misclick there. East advance there, 50 cal holding up here on the cuff, and expecting trouble to arrive there soon enough. Stuart light tank halfway done, going for an armoured car. We'll of course need a Pack 40, or well, multiple armoured cars to deal with the Stuart light tank. Could also go for Panzer Grenadiers with Panzer Schrecks, that's another option, but certainly one of the rarer picked options to counter that. Can also be upgrading the Grenadiers to the light machine guns, but so far it's not showing much interest towards that path. Pioneers moving towards the centre. Armoured car almost done, and there we got M51 stood out here for Rupee, Freedom and Democracy. Slowly pulling ahead with the light tank. Last squad advancing east side, they got the Pioneers going for the eastern fuel point here, Centre MD42. Pioneers on watch, armoured car racing ahead. Sneaking eastward, there we go, we got elite troops here from Fünf. And possibly stormtroopers here. Gun is engaged. Nope, goes for the Pack 40 response to the Stuart light tank. But could go for the stormtroopers running response. Well, not response, but as a choice down the road. Once the Pack 40 is done, we got Telemines down here to try and catch up the Stuart. Looking to take several measures now against the light tank under Ruby's command. Very sensible decision there. Of course, we got minesweepers, making it a bit difficult there for the mine to do much in the long term. Snap running up there. Mines packed about to get spotted. Stuart there pushing it. Snap needs to be careful. Ooh, Snap corner really bad place. Could actually get wiped out by the Stuart light tank. A great killer for Ruby. Yup, chance of the sniper surviving just went, well, very, very low. And dead. Also clearing out the Tiller mine, so that's a bit of a double bang with there. And Fünf, leaving Fünf in a pretty bad place there. And the Sun M14 with the Lieutenant with the bazooka arm coming in. Stuart light tank quickly getting out of there. No Panther fast didn't feel to threaten it. Pack 40 is arriving, but it's having in a fairly slow place now. Ruby looking to exploit the gaps here in the centre, pushes forwards there. Going for the armoured car now, trying the table here. Mr. Fünf, but there you go. Pack 40, great hit on the Stuart. Could take it out here, could take it out. Got chance, in fact, yep. Ruby pushed too far and got punished. Close call there, and this gives actually Fünf a chance to turn the game around, since now there's suddenly no light tank from the American to deal with. Though it's still got the sniper, so I would say it almost more or less earned itself in against Fünf. Another sniper here for Fünf, not to say stormtroopers, but really wants to bleed out these Americans. Takes up the armoured car, very good, but of course needs to deny the Americans fuel, and of course somehow look to pull ahead. Still, getting rid of that is nonetheless a great help, no matter how you look at it. Bazooka team out here, obviously with the armoured car, but could also be sent in to deal with other threats. Down the road, obviously. Looking forward to Captain Mark Gold here, BAR supply plus bazookas, obviously. Nice boost to Ruby's men's firepower. Pack 40 shoots, whiffs on that one. Quick rifle. Oh, concussive grenade in the rear, stunning them up. Very sneaky there. Ralph's Gold routed. And the squad nearby there, suppressed as well. We got close to veterans on that MD42 there. Excellent. And as of course we are the Americans. Cover there ruined. And the rears are now exposed to the vast firepower of the engineer pushing around to the MD42. Oh, reload. But there you go. We got a paratrooper drop here. Right behind the MD42 team. An incredibly aggressive drop here, but also sickness here too. Fünf needs to get the machine gun out of there. He's going to be in trouble. Concussive grenade off the stub, and the Pathfinder still the paratroopers. A completely aggressive creek landing here. Oh, actually landed in front of me. Could take the gun away with it, but we'll risk a grenade, I think. Yeah. Forcing retreat here. Really bold play by Ruby, but paid off beautifully against the Germans. Sniper there landing in some more kills. Pack needs to get out of there. It's going to be a tough one there. The Pathfinder's being murdered out here, that they are doing murdering themselves. Armoured car there. Suffering a rocket hit. Stormtrooper squad out here for Fünf here. Probably going to be adding some MP4s. He should have added them. There we go. MP4s and well. The infantry to counterattack. We got the 5th caught up with the armored car flank. And the pack gets swiped. Great here. And stealing it. Ruby makes a run for it. Stormtroopers clutching the Raft squad in the south. They almost got the MP4s ready. If Ruby's not pinging attention, they could actually wipe. There we go. Down to 2 men. 1 man. And down they go. The Stormtroopers there doing some serious lifting against the Americana. And there you go. Retreats right past the 5th cal. That's going to be a close one. Really close when the Stormtroopers get wiped out, which would largely negate the advantage. They go, moves in, pops the smoke with the armored car, saving the Stormtroopers, but loses the armored car. Some intense close quarters action here between Ruby and Fünf. Also got light machines and the paratroopers, no Thompsons. Going back to the cuff point here. Forcing them back here in the center. Back hit troops reinforcing, healing. Preparing for the next assault against us for downtown Mikanan. No tech yet here for Ruby, and so no tech either for Fünf. That is a great haul there for Ruby and the Americans. Pushing each with the machine gun there. Stormtrooper squad is good to go. 4 kills already. Grenade off here to give the gun a bit of chance as the Rav squad. Sniper moving in as well there. Landing some extra kills. Rav grenade off here in the Rav squad. And almost got a wipe here. But no, 1 man survives. His soul scarred from the loss of his comrades. I'll avenge you guys. Timmy, Bobby, Little Timmy, Big Timmy. Sniper holding back there. Machine gunning eastwards. No tech yet there. Stormtroopers there creeping eastwards. On the west got the pioneers of the liaisons.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Gunny's been caught out in the open here. Sniper them in forge with his scoped Gewehr 43. Typically the Germans use the scoped K98K, or if they could get their hands on the scoped Mosin-Nagant. Need to retreat that sniper for the paratroopers absolutely annihilate him. No tech yet for either side, but we can see this Fünf getting good control of the map now here after that brutal engagement close to his base. Even did some harassment there. Excellent. Thumbs up. Also got some grenadiers finally being upgraded with the Gewehr 43, and we finally got tech there. Excellent. Wunderbar. But we can see there though, Ruby does not miss a beat. They quickly advance and gobble up most of the map. They're storming forts trying to get close to the terrain here, but there you go. It's got spotted before they could ambush. They've been great here, but there you go. Catch the lieutenant isolated. Nice use of the terrain here against Ruby. The lieutenant being absolutely mauled, and the other out squad also realizing they can't get out of there. Otherwise, they're going to get mauled by the stormtroopers as well there if they're not careful. Killing the car phone again. Really good disruptive play there. Tech halfway done. Gunneries reinforcing. Moving the sniper, the gunneries up there. We've got the pioneers high in the way all in the west. Moving straight for the eastern fuel point. Machine gun remains on the defense for now. As for Ruby's base, still no tech there. This could allow Fünf to push out with some relatively fast medium armor, perhaps. Ground the eastern fuel point there. Pioneers being pushed back by those paratroopers. Sniper with 7 kill threats 1. Gunneries being caught up by the Grenadier squad. Could pop a grenade here, a Stielhandgranate, or they can cause a grenade. There we go. Getting some extra good kills in this, and the Raft squad can't respond. Tech done. And taking their spot, 5th kill repositioning. Got spotted, set up, holding up there on the crossroads. Ready to repel any German attack. The guys here, those are some pretty well built, we can just keep holding it like that. 2nd patch squad here for Rupi. More Screaming Eagles coming in to scream at the Germans. Pioneers been cloned murdered out, just spotting for the sniper though. Going to move eastwards, and there you go, large engagement. Again, trying to use the terrain here alongside the machine gun to overwhelm Ruby's forces. It works out beautifully. The storms are proving to be an excellent asset here for Fünf, as he's making solid use of them so far. Patch squad here, number 2, ultimately equipped with the Browning light machines. About to say Thompson light machine guns. I don't think Thompson made those. I could be wrong. Patching forwards here. Then he's flanking, forcing the 5th cal to retreat. Excellent. Map control really swinging in the favour of the Germans now here. Machine moving up here as well. Veteran 2, which gives increased suppression. Pack crew there being mauled. No Zapalma Cup yet, and no tech either for Ruby though. Uses the Pathfinders. Big paratrooper push here, grenade off. Still moves train set. Concussive grenade, they're doing great work there for the Germans. Quick grenade off there, but they're going to easily dodge it. Forcing the pair to retreat with intense losses. Machine setting up and catching life score, forcing retreat here. Good machine gun play there by Fünf for the most part. Storm Squad being caught with the resistance, and the lieutenant could pop a smoke grenade, then close in or disengage. And these on the west here, the Grenadiers being caught. And we got suppressive fire from the 5th cal there. Grenadiers being mauled out in the open. But did get the anti-tank gun crew, I guess. Storms were trying to perhaps bait them into the machine gun there, who knows. Support McCall finally up there, and well, going up and can build this Panther 4. And we also got finally take up here for Ruby. That said, cut this going up sooner and actually could be able to go for a Panther 4 by now. So, you know, bit sloppy there by Fünf. That said, he's obviously got a lot going on at the front line, so I can't fault him entirely, but, you know, I still think it is worth pointing out he could have, you know, this going a bit better there. Smoke grenade there, I think to allow the machine to reposition. Retreat. He's going to have to retreat there. The Stormstorm will get wiped out, in fact. Still not retreating. There we go. Might be too late. You should at least be fairly thankful his opponent hasn't used his grenades. Panther 4 on the way there for Fünf. Grenadiers arriving. Give it a Fields there sounding off. 10 kills, ace level. 11 kills. 12 kills. 13 kills. There you go, Paratroopers landing some kills. But there you go, more Grenadiers around the scene here. Paratroopers out in the open are easy pickings for those veteran Grenadier. Eastern Field being claimed back by the echelons. West side, Rifle Squad moving forwards. Panther 4 almost done. Ruby, though, can soon go for a tank of their own to match the crouch with. Back hit reinforcing healing. Panther 4 almost done. Western point sees the Rifle Squad. Grenadiers was the echelons. Tearing into them. And making very short work of them. Panther already here for Fünf. Let's see, we got the Pioneers with the Rifle Squad. We got the 40 on the way here. Replacement one. This is going to be a win for the paratroopers. They're just good cover. Plus they got the light machines, which pretty much just beat the Grenadiers at range. So it's going to need more support. They need to disengage the Grenadiers. So far, none of this seems to be particularly happening. Standard tanks here, though, from Ruby. Stormtroopers mounting on the center. Pack 40 almost done. Worth noting that currently Ruby does have the infantry advantage here over Fünf with the 2 paratrooper squads, the Lieutenant, Rifle Squad, and technically the Pathfinders will gain them a total of roughly 5 infantry squads, with just 3 of Fünf. That's definitely something Fünf might want to keep in mind here. Shown on the way there for Ruby, though. Storm's creeping ahead here again. Very nice. Smoke grenade off there to screen the Panther. Excellent play there. 2 thumbs up. Turning in there. It's actually rare to see player make so good use of Stormtroopers. The only one I remember that could do so consistent was actually Price. Could do some really sneaky stuff with Stormtroopers. On the west side here. Well, that was really well set up. They're using the Stormtroopers just basically down a quick cover smoke there to allow the Panther 4 to move in. The Zuki team peddling in there, fighting the flank of the Panther 4. Machine holding up the flank to catch the 5th gun in a pretty bad spot. Could try and pop insane up his round, see, honestly. Sherman almost done. Concussive grenade off there, stunning the unfortunate paratroopers. More harass from the west. They need to get something to deal with that. Looks like it's going to be the Panther 4. And there you go. Sherman ready there for Ruby. Grenadiers being mauled out in the open here. Cover is not fully applying for them. Second pack 40 ready here. Is he looking to stall? I think he is, the way he's going for double pack 40s here, I think too many times as well. But yeah, it looks like he might be trying to stall for the Tiger AC versus Ruby now. That's... I mean, he does have some good map control, but I'm still not a huge fan of it. Not a huge fan of it. Should at least have one more tank up before doing that. Oh dear, the carefully down didn't work. And there goes Soms wants try to ambush the pack 4, but got pushed back there. Panther 4 disengaging, pack being pushed back. Just enforcing in here for Fünf. The Panther 4 providing covering fire here for the anti-tank gun and its crew. Not quite working out. Well, of course, in a pinch, could also throw down some smoke here with the Panzer execution ability to further assist retreat.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Ground Western Point, sandbags down. We got Fünf 65 of 124. Fairly close in terms of victory points.
We are losing a sector.
Grab decent victory point. That said, of course, Ruby does have a lead over Fünf here a bit. Grab the Western Point. Shem sitting out. Gundy's engaging Lieutenant, who's on his own. Good grenade here, could do a lot of damage. Or just the G for the freeze, to be honest. Putting out the Pack 40 to cover their side of the field. Tactically not bad, but of course does lack concentration then to quickly knock out the tank, but at least prevents it from sticking around for too long either.
We're losing a capture point.
Good hit there from the Pack 40, punching straight through the Shem's armour. Western PPCs for the Pioneers. There you go, quick concussive grenade. But this time the paratroops just charge ahead, dodging it. Showing need to repair, small troops falling into the east here. As the front line there is falling apart here. And he's just flooding manpower and fuel, so definitely looking like a Tiger Ace stall here for Fünf. He wants that really big yellow tank. Got on the way here for Fünf, Ruby I mean, to provide artillery support there. There you go, T4 on the way. Of course, need to build the heavy Pentacost as well, if they want the Tiger Ace. Storms are looking to creep ahead again.
Our capture point is being overrun.
And there you go, Grand Point on the west side. We got the Shremlin move here. Pioneers caught and rounded. Just sent packing there with no chance to respond here. Constantly shooting about here, hoping to maybe catch some hidden troops. Well, there's maybe some other logic to it. From Fünf there to push it with the Panther 4, 10 kills, veterans 1. Scott almost down there for Ruby. Pack here caught. But so is the Panther obviously. And almost got the pack crew here. Almost got it. We got Petra rushing into recruit just in time. Panther about getting knocked out here. Pop smoke, disengage. Blitzing and disengaging with smoke here. Going time for North catching Ralph scored here. That was not the best push there. Honestly, just charged in and then gone for the Pack 40. Just gotten past the Arc of 5, just cleared out the crew that way. Used the blitz offensively instead of defensively there. So a bit of an awkward call there. West we got Stormtroopers being mowed down. Scott they're providing excellent artillery fire support here against MB-42. Bombarding with its 75mm cannon there, or howitzer. Basically, I believe the same gun is used in the pack house as well, in fact. Panther being fixed up. More Pioneers here for Fünf to prepare his stuff. Ruby once more charging ahead for freedom and democracy. In the east here we got the Gunnies bringing their catching the Paratroopers up and open 7 kills, 22. West side there, Lieutenant Graham Washington field point there. And grenades have been lobbed at the Paratroopers.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
In the end, though, falls a bit short here. Ruby continues to enjoy strong infantry superiority against the Germans, whereas Fünf continues to lack infantry. And again, it's not being helped by their apparent plan to go for the Tiger Ace, which again means a lot more manpower is needed, meaning again, you know, less room for infantry.
The enemy is gaining a foothold.
Ground loss and fuel. 295 to 120. Ruby so far blazing their way there towards victory. In terms of victory points at least. There we go, heavy Panther calls again. Like a Tigress, of course, in a pinch, they could, of course, just commit to a Panther if they're feeling the situation is a bit desperate here. But I would expect a Tigress, I think. Particularly considering the doctrine there. Great hit on the Sherman there by the Panther 4. Panther 4 though is half Actually, pretty close victory, but there you go. Pack following alongside the Sherman here to stop the Panther Force from advancing further. Graham needs some victory point here, moving towards the centre as well. West side is seeing little action. Heavy Panzer almost down there for Fünf and the German army. Great hit from the 40 through this Panther Force side armour. More rush from the west here, more map being seized by the Americans. Got that Scott back at work here. Pathfinder's heading out. Also, Fünf at some point lost the other sniper, missed that. There you go, great in the tunnel, so I'm not going to be able to finish off the job list of the Panzer to 4 dozen. There we go, Bazooka dropped as well. Excellent kill here though for Fünf, though he still has a lot more killing to do. Also worth noting the use of beacons, allowing the pair to reinforce the front line. Thumbs up to Ruby for making use of that. Excellent use. You know, we got the flank here going on. Stormtroopers moving forward, so they're going to catch last one. They're giving tactical advantage in murdering that in the open. The veterans means nothing in the face of Stormtroopers. And there you go. Wiped and the bar dropped. Excellent ambush there by Fünf. Thumbs up there. They obviously has a lot more killing to do. But still, that's 2 wipes here, pushing suddenly Ruby down just 3 infantry squads. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Tigray doesn't turn away. Their manpower is close there, but fuel-wise is still where the most of the pressure is filling here. And of course, the question is, should he really be trying to all out for the Tigray? Well, I guess we find out. Ruby, though, definitely sensing something's up, and it's going to be big and armored. Is going for the Jackson Tank Destroyer. Thumbs up there. Obviously, that's an excellent strategic read on the situation. An excellent strategic read on the situation. Particularly, again, they've seen Stormtroopers, they've seen concussive grenades. In fact, just the concussive grenades alone pretty much tells Ruby what doctrine this is. So if they're not seeing anything after Panther 4 for some time in a doctrine with concussive grenades, it's pretty obvious the opponent's holding out for a Tiger Ace. So well done there. Certainly also highlights another risk of trying to go for the Tiger Ace, because you're going to, in most cases, aggressively telegraph it to your opponent, meaning if they know what they're doing, they can definitely make the Tiger Ace arrival a lot less impressive. So, Fünf, they will have to do some heavy lifting here versus Ruby with that Tiger Ace. Stormtrooper machine punching about the Scott, keep flying out the 50, they'll come at the centre. 200 points versus the 420 of Ruby. And there we go. 27 mark, almost 28-minute mark. We get the Tiger Ace out here for Fünf and the German army. Stormtroopers, they need to be careful. Packs moving in there, could catch the Sherman in a pretty bad spot. Panther nearby ready. There we go. Target weak point even open here. Sherman down to half elf. Tiger Ace rolling ahead here. Panther looks like it could be setting up a flank. They're catching the Scott out in the open. Tiger is rolling ahead here, and there goes Scott, almost knocked out. Air support called in here. Ruby summoning the Air Force to try and shatter those crap panzers. Shooting on the flank here, not with the bazooka, but still infantry can defend the support weapons. Stormtroopers holding the line. Oh, popping a smoke grenade, but it's a bit late here. And the Tiger Ace is already taking a ton of damage from the P-47. Jackson in as well here. Catching Fünf's Tiger Ace is big investment in a really, really bad place. Pathing is also messing up their troops being annihilated. Storming up the tactical advance. There go Paratroopers being mauled. Pathfinders being exterminated. Tiger Ace almost knocked out here. Good lord, it's an absolute brutal match here. Tiger Ace knocked out though. Got the Jackson. Got the Sherman nearby. Pack's about to get cleared out. Stormtroopers have been suppressed. Pioneers as well here. Paratroopers moving in. Pandemonium continues to reign. Almost got the pack there. More Stormtroopers arriving. The Stormtroopers are being pushed back. Almost wiped out. More P-47 strafes. He almost got the Panther 4. Forgot about that one, I think, there. And the Panther 4 is down, giving Ruby now clear control of the field here. Despite otherwise intense losses inflicted, the tank ensures they are still in the match. In fact, they are dominant, particularly with the packs being either cleared out and not isolated. Meaning, Fünf for that point is going to have no way of dealing with it, because the Tiger Ace pretty much just also meant they were all in. And now they're all out of luck. So there we go. With that, I think it is safe to say GG here for Fünf. GG. An intense, brutal match here with some, I think, really good play with both sides. But in the end, Fünf basically just gambled it all, or put all the eggs in one Tiger Ace shaped basket. And, so the situation I want to do, that got pretty hard. Kind of, I would say versus, something like Airborne, which again can call the P-47 rocket strafe. I think going for the Tigris like that was a pretty bad call. I think Fünf would easily just benefit from more Panther 4s, Stuks, and just more Stormtroopers, because again, it's Conservatives. These Stormtroopers really, just did absolute ungodly work there on Ruby's infantry. I mean, they took out so many units. Paratroopers, Rifle Squads, Lieutenant, probably not Lieutenant, they took out so many units there under Ruby's command. Really highlight just what excellent work their Fünf was doing. And, the Tigris just being a waste of resources. Yeah, I think that they just not bothered with the Tigris, push for more medium armor and more Stormtroopers sooner. I think there's actually been a win for Fünf. But again, that Tigris just in so many ways ended up just being a really bad investment that Ruby was able to just completely sabotage. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial and cheers. Thank you for watching. Episode tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.